Yeah, I'm Superman with that super flow. Why bust it out just to let him know with AD in the studio? There's levels to it, they don't really know. Bust it, baby, know the flow is crazy on the liverboard, even the floor is wavy, man. I'm too will make the seasick. Dripping in every season, their flow is bland, need some seasoning. Agni's fortifies reasoning, and the reason is, honestly, it's gotta be all the honesty who's as hard as me. Volcanic, baby, all the trash talk, let's can it, baby, and I don't miss, must be planetary, on.
Oh, nice. Ayaan, aka Agni, how are you? Welcome to CNN News 80.
Well, very well. I'm leaving the rest for everyone else to stream on the platforms. You can go and listen to the rest of the song.
Yeah. Agni, that was, of course, your new single titled Universal Laws. It explores the themes of ambition, self discovery, and universal truths.
Yes.
So, then please tell us more about the song and the idea behind this.
Okay, so the story behind where the song came from, actually, I'll tell you, it's a funny story. That's Nirvana in the background. He's just sitting there. So basically, I was in the process of finding a producer to work with to record my first EP. So stories about a storyteller. And I went to meet Aditya Dev with my father because my father knew him and he said, let's go meet him once. So I went there. I basically rapped all six of the songs to him, sang all six of the songs to him, and I said, whichever one you want, like you like, let's work on. I'm looking for producers and stuff. So he said, no, let's just do the whole EP together. I'll do like all six of them. And then he just kind of, after that conversation got over, he kind of just turned around and just started making something on his like laptop, and his manager was also on his phone. And me and my dad were just like sitting and staring at each other because the conversation had come to like an abrupt halt, and we were like a little confused. Okay, what happened? Do we sit? So we waited around for like 2 minutes, and then he was like making a beat, and like I was just like listening to it. Like, look, I was like, okay, good. It's an like opportunity to watch him work. And then he just turns around and he goes, "Do you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, this is nice. It's like groovy." He's like, "This is for you." I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, this is sick." So then he just kept building it because I was like, "Oh no, it's really nice." And then I just started writing a little bit to it. And then he gave it to me, and I left. I went back. I finished the entire song. I wrote the entire thing. And when my dad actually played it to him once when they met like a week, 10 days later, he was just like, "Oh, damn nice. Who made this groove?" So my dad was like, "Dude, you made the groove." Like he forgot about it also. So it was this funny thing that happened. But what happened in that moment when he actually played like listened to the EP and actually heard the song, I have for a long time looked for a producer that said, okay, like I will work with you, and not just work with you to actually like produce your music, but also to help me discover my sound, because a lot about making music for an artist is also discovering your sound. So you need somebody on like the technical front who also understands sound, who's be able, like who can guide you through the process and even help you like navigate that journey. And that was like the first moment when I had finally found somebody who was actually offering that to me. And that's why like the song is just like when actually after like 8 years of like looking for a producer, finally in that eighth like final year, like I actually found one that I felt that I could work with. So the song kind of came from that thing, it's like you never know what will happen and like where things can like take off from. So
But where do you find or do you get inspired by these music samples?
yeah, I listen to the sound and this like the sample, and I write according to that, like whatever comes from there. Like from what like got certain rhythm, or the rhythms I think I can play with, or like just the element I feel would like enhance the song more. So that's what I kind of try to add. So yeah, but that's what every artist does. I
But is
just do
there
it.
a
Yeah.
sure? But is there a music trend where you discover these new music samples? Like for a long time there was Afrobeat that was ruling the roost, and
Yeah.
there's something else
I
came.
look on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm all searching for like YouTube. There are a lot of producers internationally that put out sounds on YouTube, SoundCloud, LimeWire. So I keep looking for samples, hooks, and then I kind of like write to them, find them. I can't really put them together really well, so that's why they need that's when the producer comes in. Yeah.
Yeah, today, I mean, so much of music is being produced every day, and there are chances of a good song likely to get lost because so much of music is coming and being uploaded every day on the net. How do you manage? Like, do you how much time do you spend on the publishing of your song, about the right getting the right playlisting?
So I'm still learning, to be fair. Like this is quite kind of new to like all of us. So there is a moment, like there is like a bit of a discovery that's happening right now. I have few people guiding me in the process, and we are like trying reaching out to. We have Orchard that's distributing it for us right now, which is Sony's distribution arm. So they are like trying to help with the playlisting and stuff. And other than that, it's independent. So we are also trying to reach out from our side and just push it as much as possible and just learn how things are.
But
On
do you keep a tab on kitna downloads hue, where it's streaming, where it's
of
trending?
course, yeah, of course. I mean, as anyone would want to know, you watch. So yeah, so 100%.
I really like the music video as well. Where was this? Where you shot the music video?
Most of it was in Panvel.
At your Salman Khan's.
No, between mine, Sohail Mamu's and Salman Mamu's farms, like one location was each of them, and then last was in Sajid Wajid's studio, with the studio setup that's there in the start. That was there.
There are a couple of photographs which are part of the music video. One,
Yep.
I think, is a selfie with your uncles, Salman Khan and Arbaaz Khan. And the second one is you and Salman Khan. I think you are very young in that photo.
That's Sohail Mamu.
Yeah, that's Sohail. Okay, that's Sohail and you in the photo.
That's me and Sohail Mamu, that photo. And the other one is, we had one Eid lunch. I think is the family. It's Arbaaz, Sohail, Arpita, Ayush, me, Arhan, Nirvan, and my parents had gone somewhere. I can't remember now. And so Mamu was in there. But yeah.
Uh, that's all. Is there more to those photographs? Because
They were
out of
just family. So basically, they said, give us photos that are memorable to you. That if you had, you would want like they said lost in time with you. Like that was the kind of the feel that they were going for with the visuals and stuff. So I said that if it was anything else, it would be like these memories from like my family life that I'd want with me.
now, Salman Khan sort of introduced you to the world again when at the song launch in UAE and the whole family traveled there. Did he give you any advice now that you are in public life, not a public figure?
I mean, this is his basic, not the basic ones, but this is like what he's always said to us growing up is, be nice to people. Everyone has like a turn in the industry. Doesn't mean that you're not nice to people. You should be nice to everybody. You should be nice with anybody that you interact with in general. Be a nice person, be hardworking. And he said that despite of anything, like when you have that moment, like finally when the camera starts recording or when you go on stage, you have to kill it. In any other moment, you do whatever else you want to, but if this is the life that you want to live, when that moment actually comes, that moment you have to go and kill it. So, in many words, many times, this is what he reiterates to us because he says that always. Like, mainly, is you have to be a nice person. People have to enjoy working with you. People have to love working with you. And then, even if you're not the better person to work, like, that will sometimes cost you like your whole career. So,
You know, we have heard so much about Salman Khan's farmhouse. Is there a funny story that you have from your Mamu's farmhouse that you want to share with us?
there's many moments and stories. There's nothing really specific that, like, stands out, but there's like our whole childhood was there. And most of our life was like in like life is still there and everything, so we spent a lot of time there growing up. So the lot of fond memories attached to it. More honestly, for me, it's like that feels more home than like farm home, and home the city feels more of a city house. Yeah.
Salman Khan's film is up for release at on Eid, Sikandar. Will we see you with a song with Salman Khan in Sikandar?
No,
Is there a plan?
no,
Perhaps to surprise the audiences,
no, 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 no,
not
there is
towards the notes in the end credit.
not at all.
You sure?
100%.
You're of course in hip hop and you also write your own lyrics. Who all are your bouncing board? Uh, and what is the hardest part of writing songs? Have you figured out now till now?
Honestly, for me, it's more of a free process. I haven't like I was never taught it. This is something that I kind of developed myself. So I don't, and like I can't give you a formal timeline to how long it will take me to write a song. If someone asks me to write this song for me, I can't really give you, okay, give me these many days I can give the song to you. Like it's difficult for me. I can keep working on it, come up with a couple ideas and stuff, but I haven't really figured out. Sometimes it comes more spontaneously, sometimes it doesn't. I really just play to the music. I guess it depends on how much is on your mind at the time as well. So
Is there a theme that you're most fascinated with?
no, I
That
like
you
I generally there are themes that I mostly on emotions or about a journey or a story. But then sometimes I also just like making fun music. You like fun music just which is groovy, loopy, or then like which is just like a high upbeat fun, which not really saying anything extravagant, just like fun, lighthearted.
Agni, you just mentioned that part of the song was shot at Salman Khan farmhouse, part at Arbaaz Khan's farmhouse, and then at the music studio of Sajid Wajid. But all your three uncles, Salman, Sohail, and Arbaaz, they all are actors.
Hmm.
But as a person, how different are they from each other?
As personalities, they're different, but again, at the end of the day, you can see the camaraderie, like the brotherhood that's there. They are definitely brothers. They're from the same strain, 100%.
Like who's the most stricter one? Let's put that.
I think Arbaz Mamu initially was the strictest. Now, yeah, somewhere I think he's still the strictest. He's got a sense of humor, but he's strict and then he's funny.
And
So
who's the most laid back?
I
Just.
think Sohail Mamu is the coolest, definitely, and Salman Mamu is somewhere in the middle.
And who is the one who's the most disciplined one? The one
Salman Mamu is the most disciplined.
really he wakes up at 2:30 in the afternoon.
No, but in his own way, he's like considering his lifestyle and how much he actually has to get done in the day. He's always disciplined about how much. Yeah.
I was reading one of your interviews in which you have mentioned that you want to collaborate with Raja Kumari.
Hmm.
What do you like most about her songs, and when will we see then a collaboration between you and Raja Kumari?
Who knows? I'm looking forward to collaborating with a lot of artists. I get asked this question a lot, and like every time, depending on what's on my playlist, it's a new answer. So I'm actually looking to collaborate with so many people. I'm happy to. I have not reached out to anybody yet because my main intention now is to get my pipeline of music out first, so people have a larger understanding of what my sound and my music is like before they get to collaborate with me. I
Is
have
there
not
one right now
started with a
currently
lot
your favorite?
most of the artists that I want to collaborate with now are my friends who are like up and coming artists.
Right?
One from the UK, Jamzy, and the other one he's not even an artist, he's just a friend of mine I write with. So it's a passion that he wants to explore as well. So that's another person that I'm looking to work with.
You of course write songs in English.
Yeah.
But we've seen lately even some of the artists who actually were creating songs, music in English, they actually turned to Punjabi or to rather Hindi, uh, perhaps to reach out to a wider audience. And what are your views about it? Do you like to will we hear a song in Hindi by Ayan?
Yeah, 100%. Very soon that stuff is also coming. I just wanted to get establish my genre of music first, and then after that I was happy to explore whatever work professionally. And I do have a couple of songs already in Hindi lined up. It's just soon.
You know, Salman Khan recently scolded your cousin Arhan for
Yeah.
being weak in Hindi.
Mm.
Does he tell you the same about your Hindi?
I'm the weakest.
But does he tell you that you need to?
I think when he realized I make English songs, he got it.
But are you learning Hindi then?
I am. I'm improving my Hindi because I've come to understand how important it is.
How good are you in Hindi?
Horrible. Right now I am zero.
But you can't.
I can't read and write. I can get a by in a conversation with you knowing that my Hindi is mediocre.
I have not said that. That means you can't. I mean, so do you watch Hindi films? Do you understand that much?
Not as much. I'm not as much. No.
Your sister was so good in Farre.
Hmm.
Does she give you tips or advice about your music?
Yeah, she listens to it a lot. She was like interested in directing one of the music videos also. So me and her jam to them quite frequently.
But does she tell you now make this kind of song, make a
That might be, I might my one of my music videos may be a directorial debut.
with that, I want to say thank you for taking time out and talking to me and all the best. And Jate Jate, would you like to give me a few lines of your previous song, your last release?
मैं हूँ तेरा तू मेरी you or I all it takes is the two of us to get by there's something about you girl you make me feel like I can fly investing all my time every day with you is a drop in the ocean of life you're so confident I get shy so captivated can't lie you're mine